What's up, everybody? It's Kamakazi WR. Today we're going to be looking into the April 12th live stream recap, and they revealed pilots and their next event. So I am not very happy about this update. Surprise, surprise. Pixonic has continuously exploited their players, and I have a feeling that this will be the exact same thing. They really didn't step it up, in my opinion. I thought that 5.0, every single update, I try and be positive and say, you know, it's going to get better, it's going to get better. But really, in reality, sometimes there are good ones, and then they come out with updates like these that just crumble the game to even more of what it is. Honestly, they exploit their players so horribly that it's called business ethics, honestly. They do not, they really don't care what they do to their pilots as long as they make the couple pieces of money. Well, they're happy. So a new big feature with the update 5.1. So I'm not going to be like looking at the video because it will be without sound, sorry guys, because well, it's a video and I can't really speak over that video. So we wanted to do something like this for a while. Pilots not just give new properties to robots and or weapons they handle, they also bring tidbits of lore to the game. Wow, that's funny. You guys are just lying to us right off the spot. So you guys are just trying to add lore to the game. Yeah, sure. Okay, buddy. Let's see here. Each one of them has a background unveiling what the Warbots universe is about. Watch this video for a first look at the feature. Most of you see here is subject to change, but this video should give you an idea of what to expect. Pilots are soon to arrive at the test servers. Stay tuned. We will share more info in May. So my first look into the video, my first couple seconds, I was actually very excited, guys. And then as I went on, as I watched the video twice and 3 times, because I wanted to understand what it was really about, I realized that this is not a good idea. Number one, what I noticed in the video was that they had in the bar, they had a screenshot kind of what it's going to look like, and one of the things that you could do was enhance your pilot's level using gold. So basically how pilots work is that you get a pilot and then you level it up through experience and stuff like that through playing, basically grinding. And I was super excited about that because, well, it's for the first time a reason to grind, honestly. You know, it's the reason to grind isn't that huge anymore because you can just pay your way out of it. And so I was happy about that because I was like, hell yeah, come on, let's give us something that we can grind for. And then I see the thing that says speed it up with the gold, so we all know that they're going to try and get us to pay money in order to just to get better at this. So the top clans are going to have to now spend a hella ton of gold in order to be able to make their pilots as overpowered as possible. And it may not be gold, it may be silver, but I guarantee you it's going to be gold. And it's going to cost a lot of money in order to upgrade these. Pixonic has this way of just every single time they release something, it's going to be something that's going to make robots more and more powerful, and it's going to require money to operate, to use. When they release the Ares, it costs money to buy, and then it comes out in workshop, what, 3 or 4 months later, and then we can actually buy it. And you know, they don't care about the balance of the game, they don't really care about the game itself, they just want to make money. And that's the truth, guys. That is the truth. It's one thing to have always money on your mind when making the game, but it's also another thing to exploit players that want to be the best of the best to have to pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in order to be able to keep up with this ever-changing meta that they have created. So, the anniversary update 5.0. There are 4 major things coming with this update. WR anniversary event. The next event will be similar to the Lunar New Year event. The Lunar New Year event, in my opinion, honestly, as I look more into it, was just a bust. They decided to put in a lottery in which I don't know if any free-to-play player actually got a weapon, except for in their giveaways, which was actually pretty good. I like their giveaways that they did during that. But other than that, I don't know of any free-to-play player that ever got a weapon or robot from that actual, from the lottery or whatever it was. And to be honest, the paying wasn't that bad. You could easily pay just $10, and your chances of getting a robot or weapon was pretty high up there. But it was all a gamble, which I hate. And it seems like, if you read in between the lines at all, in this paragraph, you can kind of tell that it's going to be like a lottery. Now, I can't say for sure, of course, but it's pixonic, guys. It's pixonic. What do we expect? And, you know, it's honestly awful at this point. If they release another thing like the Lunar New Year event, they're saying they're making huge changes. I expect huge changes, okay, Pixonic? I definitely expect huge changes. And it better be for the better. The next event will remain similar to the Lunar New Year event. Get event tokens from event tasks. Get new equipment and limited editions of existing items. So, something that was special about the Lunar New Year event, oh my goodness, guys, I am tongue-tied, I don't know how, but something that was extremely great about the Lunar New Year event that we had before was that you could buy robots and weapons that, well, actually, it was only weapons, that were exclusive. They were exclusive. The dragon, it was just the skin, but it was so cool because you could get them, and that would be something special that only you would really have, you know. New players coming in after this event wouldn't be able to get the skins or anything because they were exclusive to the event. Now, the issue is, like I said, free-to-play players didn't really have a chance other than giveaways and getting them. So, you know, they were great, but only people that paid actually got to get them, which is honestly the entire premise of this game at this point. And that's why I'm questioning whether I should continue playing this game. So, this time you will see completely reimagined versions of the Ares and Hades. They're really laying it on thick with these. These are the meta level robots, you know, that, well, not the Hades as much, it's definitely still very powerful, but the Ares kind of takes the cake in terms of power and powerfulness. So, of course, they're just laying it on thick at this point. They're just going to do whatever they can to squeeze as much cash out of the Ares, because that's their cash cow, and it's getting repetitive and annoying. Why can't they do it on a different robot and weapon? And also, you notice how the Ares never actually got a nerf. Huh, wonder why. So, also, Aogwang and Aojun are coming out in the workshop with the update 5.0. So, robots were supposed to come out in the workshop every 2 months. After they were released, they're supposed to come out in the workshop after 2 months of them being released. So basically, you could actually get them after 2 months as a free-to-play player without paying. But somehow they're deciding just to push it over to the next event, which is always 3, sometimes even 4 months away. Huh, wonder why. Again, the Aojun and Aogwang are the cash cow at this point. People are paying for them, so they're just going to say, screw it, we're going to screw around with free-to-play players, and hopefully, again, wring as much cash as they can out of the sweaty rag that is Aojun. Arena Season. Okay, so the Arena mode will replace Skirmish during a 5-week-long Arena Season. Holy crap, 5 weeks of Arena. That's like a month. Okay, so this Arena, I'm just going to give you kind of a summary. It's basically where it's like a free-for-all match, but with higher stakes. So you're going to put a little bit of money into the pot, and at the end, whoever wins gets all that cash. I like this idea, and I cannot wait for it, but there's one but. It is only if it is like a skirmish hangar. It is a predetermined hangar at a predetermined level with predetermined robots. If not, this event will be a bust. Because you're going to have full MP2 robots that are going to win every single time. We've seen people play in free-for-all and they have 2 million damage averages. They destroy everything. They win the majority of the time. They are always going to take that silver when you're in the match. So someone like me that I have high-level stuff, but I am not that full MK2 player. Now, I feel even worse for somebody that's all the way down in like that has level 5 or 6 stuff and is just struggling in the upper Master League. I'm not struggling at all. I have like level 10, 11, and 12 stuff. But for someone like that, they would continuously lose, and this arena would be a bust for them. So you need to give this, you know, an ability to give it to everyone. And they're saying that's going to be based off of skill. The more good you are at war robots, you will thrive in this mode. Well, I hope that that's what they do, because if it's just based off of your hanger, people are just going to come in with full MK2. It's not going to be really based off of skill. It's going to be based off of hanger. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see about it. The Ragnarok squad. Oh my goodness. The Tyr and Fenrir, I am completely okay with. I think that the Fenrir could use a small nerf, and so could the Tyr. But other than that, they are pretty much okay. But, of course, there's that one robot, like the Ares, like this Spectre, that's just overpowered. Like the Hellburner, that's just going to be overpowered because Pixonic always wants, you know, the overpowered bots to come in here. And that is the, oh my goodness, I forgot of it. Loki. Goodness, that's the Loki. The Loki is a bot with unlimited stealth, which is awful. And I do not like it. I don't think it'll be a good part of the game. Because think about it, you can sit on a beacon forever. Even if it is as slow as it is, they definitely nerfed its slowness. It's still going to be a camper robot that can sit on a beacon. It's going to slow down the intensity of the gameplay currently and make it less interesting. Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm getting so tongue-tied. It's going to make it so much less interesting. And I do not like it. I don't even think it's overpowered, honestly. Well, maybe, yeah, it is a little bit overpowered, you're right. I know I said before that it was overpowered, but it is a little bit overpowered. It's not hugely overpowered. It just is a tanker robot that's not a tanker, a camper robot that is going to sit there forever and just do nothing and just try and tap beacons and sit there. And no one's going to be able to get it without power cells, which honestly, some people don't even have power cells. Some people have 100,000 and some have none. So people with none, I feel bad for them because the Loki is going to kill their hanger. It's not gonna, you're not gonna be able to kill the Loki. It's a bad idea, and Pixonic really needs to take a look at it and think, oh, is this going to be okay? Is this going to be a game changer for the game? And maybe they need to think, are we just doing this to make money? And if so, they know what they're doing, honestly, but they really need to sit down and think, is what they are doing to this game actually making them the most money? I always say happy players are happy payers. That means that if you make your players happy, if you make them excited to play your game, if you make them excited about the developer and what's upcoming, well then they're going to pay a hell of a ton more. At this point, you have enraged the player base so much that they leave entirely because you guys are mismanaged. Because Pixonic is mismanaged. Because the game gets so pay to win that it's just brutal. So they really need to think about that. And then we have the rebalance. This is the third grand rebalance in just a couple of months. I think we had one around October maybe, or you know what, it was a little bit before, so maybe it was like 6 months ago, 6 or 7 or so months. Anyway, I don't care. It's 3 rebalances in such a short period of time. Why are we doing this? Why do we continuously have to nerf robots? And when Pixonic nerfs a robot, they nerf a robot. They destroy it. They take it out of the meta. They don't nerf it very fairly, honestly. The Spectre used to be all the way up there in the meta, and then they decided to nerf it to hell, and then bam, it vanished. If I see a like Spectre now, it's an easy kill. I think, oh yes, I'm gonna destroy that guy in a couple of seconds. I'm not quaking in fear that, oh no, a Spectre is coming for me. I'm thinking, that's just an easy kill. I'm going to kill him super quickly. So, of course, they're going to nerf stuff hugely and boost stuff so that it's all the way up in the meta. They just switch out. It's just a rotation upon rotation of what goes in the meta and what comes out. We have the Blitzmender, Hades, and Redeemer will receive larger buffs. Honestly, I like the Redeemer boost. I think it's actually pretty balanced. It's a balanced boost. It's a little bit complicated, though, and hard to understand because there's so many changes that they made. But overall, it is good. The Hades doesn't really need a boost. I don't understand why they're doing it, but it shouldn't be a huge game changer. It's not that big of a deal, in my opinion. But I don't know why they put it in the larger buff section. It was a pretty small buff. Mender, also, it was just kind of a change in mechanics of how it did that pulse. It does 4 pulse now, but much less damage, much less damage repairing. But the total damage is still kind of like a little bit extra, but not that much. I don't understand why they're putting it receiving larger buffs. And honestly, the Mender doesn't really need a huge buff, in my opinion. It's a meta level robot, and they're buffing it. And then the Blitz has had issues in the past. As a suppression robot, it was just always super slow, and this got a huge buff. And I'm afraid that this bot will become the meta, because they buffed it so much. And then, of course, we know that a couple months later, they're going to nerf it. There's no question about it. This isn't just a hypothesis, this is a fact. This is something that they are going to do. We can see straight through what Pixonic is doing. Well, some of us can. Some of us are going into my comment section and saying, oh my goodness, I love Pixonic. Oh yeah, they're great. And, like, I have to respect your opinion and all, but it's not a very informed decision, just saying. So, the Raker, Nemesis, Strider, and Wayland, Leo, and Galahad are in the line for some lesser power increases. Okay. Again, I can see, actually I can kind of see the Nemesis getting a little bit of a buff. It compared to the Ares, you know, it's a lot less overpowered and all. So I can see it. But where's the Aojun nerf? Where's the Ares nerf? It's nowhere. Pixonic, they're like, oh yeah, they're making us money, we're going to keep it. When they stop making money off of the Ares and Aojun, they're going to trash it. It's going into the nerf hole. So the Raker, Nemesis, Strider, Wayland, Leo, and Galahad. One thing that I saw was, why the heck is the Strider getting a boost? Considering that it is so much more overpowered at this point over Hellburner, and I guess that's a matter of opinion, but why is it getting a boost? I don't really see why it needs to get a boost, but we'll have to see. If this one's getting a boost, so does Hellburner.